Earlier I've shown you how to solve equations of the form that look like the one reflected here. Alright, can you bring out your textbook, turn to page 39, okay, or refer to unit 2.23. Okay, today I shall continue and show you more example. Let's turn to page 40. Okay, show you more example on solving equations like the one reflected here. Alright, so in this case here, earlier we have solved the equations and h is actually equals to -5. So what is the first step of solving an equation? Okay, let's go back to the very basic. Okay, solving equations. Okay, to solve the equations means we need to find a solutions for the unknown variable. In this case here is h. Okay, we need to find the right value to the variable so that the equations on the left hand side and the right hand side can balance. Okay, now let's try to solve some more equations of this type. Right, so we will have, let's say, we will try to solve equation that involve fraction. Okay, so for instance 3m plus 1/5 equals to 6/5. Okay, we will also be solving equation that involve decimal. Alright. Okay, so what is the first rule? What is the first rule to solving these type of equations? So what is the first rule? The first rule is all variables goes to the left hand side of the equations and all numbers to the right hand side. Okay, so on one we have on the left hand side 3m plus 1/5. On the right hand side we only have fractions. Right, so in this case here, for these equations on the left hand side we just want to keep 3m. So how do we make 1/5 disappear? In order to make 1/5 disappear, we just need to subtract by 1/5. Subtracting 1/5 on the left hand side, I need to do the same to the right hand side. So in this case here, what do I get? 1/5 minus 1/5 on the left hand side, I will get 0. So I'm left with 3m. Right? 6/5 minus 1/5, in this case here, I will get, in this case, 5/5, and which is 1. Okay, so now in order to solve for m, what do I need to do and what should I be doing? On the left hand side we have 3m, so in order to solve for m, I need to divide by 3, because 3 divided by 3 I get m. To make the equation balance, I need to divide by 3 on the right hand side. So the answers now, which is quite obvious, on the left hand side is m equals to 1/3. So answer is m equals to 1/3. Right, try substituting m equals to 1/3 back to the equations. You get 6/5. Okay, let's go to question number 2. So question number 2 involving decimal. So the way to work about the solution is the same. So again, we follow the rules here. All the variables we move to the left hand side. All the numbers will go to the right hand side. In this case here, on the left hand side, we have 2p minus 0.6 and on the right side is just a decimal. So again, the same thing here. We have minus 0.6 on the left hand side, which is not allowed. So you need to make minus 0.6 disappear. So in order to make minus 0.6 disappear, you will have to introduce a positive 0.6. Alright, so this sign is actually the opposite of this sign here. The opposite of minus is plus, the opposite of times is divide. So in order to make the equation balance, I need to introduce another plus 0.6 on the right hand side. So now the equations will become, in this case here, on the left hand side, I'm left with 2p. Alright, on the right hand side, I have 1.8. Okay, am I done with these equations? No, because my objective is to find what is p. In this case here, I'm not done. Alright, but on the left hand side of the equations, I have 2p. So in order to make it and to change it and to make it become p, I need to divide on the left hand side by 2. Alright, remember I need to balance the equations, so I need to divide the right hand side by 2 also. So in this case on the left hand side, 2 divided by 2, I get 1. So in this case 1 times p, I will get p. Okay, and on the right hand side of the equations, I will have 1.8 divided by 2. In this case here, the press for calculators, 1.8 divided by 2, I get 0.9. Alright, so 0.9, whether is the correct answers to the equations, I will need to substitute p equals to 0.9 back to this equation here.